Welcome to Letcher County Central for tonight's basketball action between your Letcher County Central Lady Cougars and the Belfry Lady Pirates. We're on the campus of Letcher County Central for tonight's game between Letcher County Central and Belfry, like I just said. Starting for your Letcher County Central Lady Cougars this evening will be number 1, Tori Holcomb, number 2, Kiera Couch, number 5, the senior guard, Brooke Bates, number 12, Kaylee Banks, number 24, Lauren Boggs. For the Belfry Lady Pirates, number 3, Alyssa Varney, number 5, Cushy Fletcher, number 10, Lindsay Phillips, number 23, Kiara Thornsberry, and number 34, Jenna Sparks. We'll be back after the national anthem for the tip. This is the Cougar Sports Network. We're back here on the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for tip here in Cougar Gym. Your Lady Cougars were in action last night as they went to Eastridge and came away with a win 70-35. Last time these two teams matched up was a few Saturdays ago. Belfry came away 57-35 with the victory from a big game by number 10 Letcher for them. She had 25. Also for Belfry in that game, number 34 Sparks had 7 blocks in that contest off the bench, as it looks like she will be getting start for this evening. The Cougars have turned around their season a little bit as they are now sitting at 11-9 on the year after 2 straight wins, including against June Buchanan and Eastridge. We'll be back for the tip on the Cougar Sports Network. All right, as we are back in Cougar Gym, as it looks like the Lady Cougars will have the ball first in this contest. Holcomb looks like she'll inbound the ball for the Lady Cougars. Gets it into Boggs. The junior Boggs will take it up to the volleyball line, swings it, and then Holcomb's not there, and it'll be a turnover by Lauren Boggs to start this ball game out.
That's a rough way to start the game right there.
Yeah, that was a... Looks like Holcomb was already committed to cutting to the basket, and an errant pass was thrown as Belfry got the ball in. Cougars showing a little bit of a press here. Phillips with it. Drives. Kicks it out. Gets it to Justice. Phillips now at the Cougar, guarded by Kaylee Banks. Varney. No good. Brooke Bates comes down with the rebound, looking down the court. Gets it past the timeline, swings it to Lauren Boggs. Couch inside, spin move, puts it up. No good, tipped around. It'll come down with number 23, Thornsberry. Tipped around, and it'll be stolen. Banks gets the back tip. Boggs comes away with it. Boggs looks for Banks, and it'll stay with the Lady Cougars. No score, just at a minute into this ball game early on. Looks like Holcomb will inbound once again for the Lady Cougars. Gets it into Bates. Swings it to Boggs at the LC. Beautiful entry pass to Holcomb. No good on the layup. Tries to get her on board. Sparks come down with it. And it'll be a Belfry Lady Pirate turnover. Sloppy basketball early on here in Cougar Gym, as we'll see if the Lady Cougars can get some offense going here. We'll have an official timeout for just a moment.
Yeah, you're right, Luke. This has been a pretty sloppy game. A couple turnovers, bad passes, missed layups. I mean, it's not looked good from the start.
Yeah, at the beginning of the Belfry game, a few Saturdays ago, like I mentioned earlier, it was a low-scoring game. It was 57-35. There was a total of 9 points scored in the first quarter in that game. So both teams do struggle to get their offenses going early on as Banks drives, kicks it to Couch, thinks about it, drives, and it'll rim out. That basketball went up and in, but it'll come down as a missed shot, and it'll go with the Lady Pirates.
That was a good little take right there. She threw a little pump fake, went straight to the hoop, but rolled around for about 2 seconds and
great
popped
move.
Right
she
out.
Couldn't get the bounce at her home court here as Cougars come back out in a little bit of a press. Bates gets beat. Driving, and it'll be a foul called on number 2, Kira Couch. We'll have number 23, Thornsberry, going to the line.
She just blew by Bates right there and went straight to the basket. And at that point, you're either going to get layup or get fouled. And she ended up getting the foul.
Thornsberry does go to the line a lot for the Lady Pirates, so she's already made 118 free throws this year. She shoots 68%, and the first one's good. She breaks this no scoreless streak there, as it is now 1-0, 6:26 to go, as she gets ready to shoot her second. It's up and good. Looks like Belfry will bring on a little press to see if they can get the Cougars rattled. Banks gets it, swings it to Bates. Bates yet to cross the timeline. She does now. Looks like she'll travel with it at the Cougar, and that'll be going back to the Lady Pirates.
This has been some sloppy basketball.
Yeah, it's been a slow-going game. Cougars did have a game last night. They did win handedly over the Eastridge Panthers last night. Entry pass, no good. It'll be blocked. It looks like the Cougars will come away with it. Looks like there'll be a foul called in the backcourt. Foul will be on the freshman guard, Thornsberry. Boggs with it at the volleyball line, swings it to Bates. Makes a dribble move, couch at the top of the key. Drives to the right side, puts it up and in. 2-2, 5:45 to go in the first. Cougars still bringing a little bit of press, even though Thornsberry by herself broke it twice now. She'll have the ball. Kicks it to Sparks, the sophomore. Great steal by Lauren Boggs, driving down the left side of the court. Looks like they'll call that a travel, as it'll be going back with the Lady Pirates. A few key turnovers early on for your Lady Cougars early in this one. 5:21 to go in the first. Cougars still bringing some press.
That was a good job by Boggs right there by reading it and jumping the passing lane, but she just walked when she got down to the block.
Thornsberry came back down and played good defense after the end after that turnover. She'll handle the ball for the Pirates as she crosses in to the front court. Sparks with it at the top of the key. She had 7 blocks in the last game. Coming off the bench, she gets the nod tonight. Great defender for them. Looks like it'll be a travel called. 2-2, 5:02 to go in the first early on in this one. As Banks will inbound from the sideline. Gets it in to Brooke Bates, the lone senior on this squad. Pirates attempt to trap. Holcomb for 3. No good. Couch will come down with it. Dribble. Puts it up. No good. It'll be a fight for the rebound. They'll call a jump ball, and that'll go towards Belfry.
Seems early in this game, neither team can really put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, it's always a low-scoring game when the Lady Cougars are on the court. They take their time and have a half-court tempo, set up their offense, but they do show some press, and the press causes the other team to be low-scoring at times, but looks like they're going to fall back into a zone here. Bates guarding Thornsberry. Thornsberry drives. Layup no good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates driving the left side of the court. Swings it ahead to Boggs. Boggs scans the court. Takes it herself. On the right side. Cross-court pass to Holcomb. Holcomb puts it up. It's good. Basket by Tori Holcomb. Assist Lauren Boggs.
That was a good look by Boggs to the opposite block from the opposite wing, and
Cougars take their first lead of the ball game as some confusion in the backcourt. Belfry's got to hurry and get it past the timeline as they do. Sparks with it. Now Varney. Thornsberry at the Cougar. Gets it to Lindsey Phillips, the junior. Guarded by Banks. Thornsberry swings it to Phillips. Justice drive turnover. Couch with the steal. Takes it herself. Entry pass to Kaylee Banks. Spin move. Thinks about it. Puts it up. Block number 1 on the evening by Sparks. Bates comes away with it. Layup. It's good. Banks sealed the defender there and gave Brooke Bates the wide open layup.
She had a nice seal on the block. I mean, she just sealed her off, backed her up a little bit.
Gave Bates the ability to just shoot a wide open layup as the Belfry Lady Pirates break the press. 3 ball by Phillips, no good. Rebound, Varney. And the basket is good. Varney on that basket, excuse me. Boggs single-handedly breaks press, drives. Great pass to Kaylee Banks, no good. Rebounded Lauren Boggs. Lauren Boggs puts it up, no good. Be a tassel for the rebound, but it'll go towards the Belfry Lady Pirates. Number 14, Addison Smith, checking into the ball game. 8th grader. Justice leaves the court for the Lady Pirates. .247 to go in this first quarter. Varney with it, guarded by Lauren Boggs. Sparks guarded by Couch. Cougars now playing some good defense on this side of the court. Smith, jump shot. It's good. 6-6. 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Lady Pirates bringing press. Boggs with it. Back over to Bates. Banks drives. Kicks it to Holcomb. Passes a little too far in, and that'll be a turnover going back towards the Belfry Lady Pirates. Looks like Keith Baker will call off that press for his Lady Cougars as they'll fall back. Thornsberry with it as she crosses the 10-second line. Guarded by Brooke Bates. Smith with it. Sparks. Entry pass. Tipped around. Looks like Varney will put it up and good for 2. Belfry retakes the lead, 8-6.
Boggs tried to jump that pass right there, and when she didn't get it, it got her out of position and left her wide open for the layup.
With it guarded, tipped. Banks comes away with it. Looked like that was going to be her second foul of the evening, but that'll be a foul on number 34, Jenna Sparks. Going to the line will be number 12, Kaylee Banks, the junior. Banks is a 73% free throw shooter for the Cougars this year. Best of the starting 5 from the stripe. First one's good. Checking into the ball game, number 44, Jalen Witt. Holcomb subs out for the moment. Banks the second. It's good. Tie ball game. 1:38 to go in the first. Thornsberry crosses the timeline. Motioning the Belfry Pirate offense. Be a travel called on number 5, Fletcher. Checking back into the ball game. Be number 3, Varney. Coming out will be number 10, Lindsey Phillips. Phillips on that travel there, excuse me. Boggs gets the inbound from Banks. Crosses the timeline. Witt open the corner, kicks it. Bates thinks about it. Drives to the left, kicks it back out to Witt. Couch thinks about it, drives. That'll be, once again, another walk called. Been a lot of turnovers on both sides of the court early in this game. 8-8, 1:08 to go in the first. Early on in this ball game. Thornsberry will get it. No pressure in the front court. She'll cross the timeline, guarded by Bates. Pick set by Fletcher. Sparks with it at the top of the key. Thornsberry guarded closely by the senior. Drives, puts it up. No good. Rebound Varney. It'll be tipped out, and that'll go back to your Lady Cougars. 46.8 to go in the first.
This game has been littered with turnovers, whether it be walks, bad passes, tip passes.
Yeah, early on in this ball game, Belfry, their last game was canceled against Shelby Valley due to COVID protocols, but Cougars played last night. They're just trying to get their offense going early on. Couch kicks it to Banks. Bobbles it. Turnover. Pirates will come away with it. Thornsberry, 30 seconds to go in the first. Takes it herself. Drives past everybody on defense. No good. Rebound Varney. Back out to Thornsberry. 15 seconds to go. Picked by Sparks. Kicks it in the corner to Smith. Smith drives, kicks it to Varney. Guarded by Witt. 7 seconds to go in the first. Pirates have to do something if they want to score before this half. Deep 3 from Thornsberry. No good. 0.6 left to go, as they'll have maybe just enough time to get a shot off before the end of this quarter. Looks like they'll just let the clock run out, as it'll be 8-8 at the end of the first quarter here at Cougar Gym. This is the Cougar Sports Network, and we'll be back. We're back here early on in Cougar Gym. 8-8 is the score. Tie ball game here as the Cougars will inbound the ball. Witt comes back out for the Lady Cougars. She gets it into Bates. Guarded by Smith, the 8th grader. Boggs with it at the LC. Kicks it to Witt. Witt drives, kicks it to Bates. Dribble drive offense early on for the Cougars. Banks in the corner. Couch wants it. She gets it. Turnover. Entry pass. Smith puts it up, block. Oh, it'll be a foul on number 44, Witt. That looked like a clean block from up here, but that foul will be called. Her first. Team second foul. Smith to the line for the Lady Pirates. This will just be her third free throw attempt on the season. It's good. Thornsberry checks back into the ball game. Quick breather for her. Second one's good as well. First team to break double digits will be Belfry. That's a bad pass by Boggs, but it looks like it'll stay with the Lady Cougars.
I thought that coming out in this second quarter, they might be a little bit more tuned up after a sloppy first quarter. But
yeah. Well, they leave Witt wide open. Witt puts up the layup, and it's no good. Couch gets the board, puts it up. Foul will be called. It looks like on number 34, Jenna Sparks. She is a massive defensive presence for Belfry, and she picks up her second foul on the evening. Couch to the line for the Lady Cougars. First one is no good. Coming back into the game, number 5, Fletcher. Sparks will take a seat with 2. Makes the second. Couch is just a 53% free throw shooter in the year. She goes 1 for 2, 10-9, Belfry. 7:18 to go in the second quarter. Thornsberry directing traffic on the other end. Fletcher with it, guarded by Boggs. Thinks about the 3. Guarded by Boggs. Thornsberry will once get it back. Picked by Fletcher on the left. Handoff. Appears to Varney.
Letcher Central's doing a good job right now of switching everything up top.
Yeah, I'd say this is one of the better defensive possessions for the Cougars this game. Leaves a wide open 3 for Phillips. No good. Witt will come down with it. And she gets it back out to Boggs. Boggs will take it past the timeline. Guarded by Smith. Couch at the free throw line. Entry pass. Great pass to Kaylee Banks. Up and good and one. Great move by Kaylee Banks from the pass from Kiera Boggs, as that'll be assist number 1 for her on the evening.
That was a great move, but also a great pass right there, right over top, right over the defender's hand, and easy for Banks to go right up with it.
She'll be shooting her third free throw on the night so far. And it's good. Cougars retake the lead, 12-10. 6:34 to go in the first half. Thornsberry will take it, gets to Phillips. Smith with it, guarded by Witt. 2 of the younger players on the court. Fletcher, great move, takes it to the basket. No good. Couch will come down with it. Gets it out to Witt. Picks up her dribble. Forces a pass to Bates. Bates comes with it. Couch thinks about the 3. Great move, drives, and it's good. Cougars' biggest lead of the evening, 14-10.
Letcher Central seems to be kind of hitting their stride right now. They've had a couple possessions, layups, and right there was a good take by Couch.
Yeah, like you said earlier, this was the time for them to tune it up right here after a sloppy first quarter. It looks like they have so far, as the Pirates have it. Phillips swings it back to Smith. Phillips drives on Boggs. That'll be a blocking foul on number 24, Lauren Boggs. Her first team third on the evening. Belfry to inbound underneath. Gets it to Phillips. Foul called on number 12, Kaylee Banks, reaching. Keith Baker not happy about that one. Varney takes the dribble, guarded by Couch. Smith with it at the Cougar. Fletcher 3, and it's good. Puts the deficit back to 1 point, 14-13. Fletcher is the second leading scorer for this Belfry squad as Couch gets it, drives to the left, puts up a shot, and a foul will be called before the shot on the floor. Foul on number 10, Lindsay Phillips, her first. Witt with it underneath. Shot up and good by Kira Couch.
That was a good look off the inbound. Just, wide open cut to the basket. No one picked up Couch, and they found her, and she went right up with it. 7
now on the evening for Kira Couch. Varney with it. Hands it off to Fletcher. Fletcher thinks about driving, kicks it back out. Phillips. Thornsberry 3. No good. Puts it up. Fletcher did no good. Thornsberry will get it back. She drives on Banks. Takes it back out. Phillips to reset the Belfry Lady Pirate offense. 4:26 to go in the first half. Great defense here by the Cougars as that'll be a first forced turnover by Lauren Boggs. And a foul called on number 3, Varney, as Bailey Kinsler will check into the ball game for the Lady Cougars. Here comes out number 2, Kira Couch. Great game for Couch so far. She gets a breather. Belfry bringing back the press, there. Witt inbounds to Boggs. Boggs beats everybody, leaves Kinser wide open. Great pass to Kaylee Banks. Banks picks up her dribble, swings it to Kinser. High pass, Witt comes down with it. Banks drives, layup. No good, tipped around, rebound Thornsberry. She's got the court. Thornsberry, great back tip by number 44, Jalen Witt right there. Witt is a perennial defender for the Cougars this year. As a guard, she's leading the team in blocks along with Kaylee Banks this year as Belfry will inbound underneath.
That was a great job right there by Witt of just hustling down the court, and then she just got a steal right there too.
She gets it out to Banks. Banks pushing it down the court. Brooke Bates, no good. Witt comes down with it once again, but she gives it back to the Lady Pirates. Thornsberry now. Gives it to Fletcher. Fletcher, drive, shot waved off, and that'll be a travel on number 5, Fletcher. The Belfry faithful not happy with that one, as it'll stay 16-13, Lady Cougars, 3:37 to go. And a turnover as Lauren Boggs dribbles it off her leg. It'll stay with the Lady Pirates. Looks like there's a little bit of a problem here as he originally singled Belfry ball. Looks like we're going to have a situation here. It will be Belfry ball as originally called. A little bit of a situation there is resolved as Thornsberry will now have the ball. Puts a move on Brooke Bates, kicks it. Drive, no good. Bates will come down with it. Shot there by Varney. Witt now with it. Kicks it to Kaylee Banks in the corner. Entry pass, Bailey Kinser. Gets it up to Lauren Boggs. Dribble drive for the Lady Cougars. Bates shot, no good. Witt puts it up, and looks like she'll be fouled on that shot.
There was some good ball movement right there in that possession for the Lady Cougars. They drive. They probably could have shot a couple of those, and they would kick it and find an even better shot and ended up getting a foul out of it.
Yeah, you're right. The Cougars have found their identity in these last few games using the dribble drive offense as Witt shoots her first. Bounces around, but it'll be no good. Witt's a 75% free throw shooter on the year as Kira Couch will come back in for Bailey Kinser. Good minutes for Kinser. Witt puts up the second. It's good. Extends the lead back out to 4. 17-13, 3:06 to go. Lady Cougars by 4. Phillips will control the point now for Lady Pirates. Swings it to Smith. Smith directing traffic. Guarded by Witt. Varney with it. She brings it back out. To reset the offense herself, kicks it to Phillips. Pick set by Fletcher. She's sealed great. Fletcher with it. Back out to Varney. Phillips now. Great defense on the Cougars by this possession. Shot by Thornsberry will be a foul. We'll see who this is on. Be on number 5, Brooke Bates. Her first. Team 5th. As Thornsberry will go back to the line for the Belfry Lady Pirates. First one's good. Here comes Jenna Sparks back into the ball game, taking out Varney. Sparks, great defender, like I said in the last game. She picked up a quick 2 fouls, there in the first game. So she comes back into the ball game with 2 fouls. The second one's no good, rebounded by Jalen Witt. Boggs with it, ahead to Banks. Banks drives, kicks it, Witt, mid-range, shot no good. Rebounded by Fletcher, but her foot was on line, says the referee, and it'll stay with the Lady Cougars. 2:07 to play in the first half.
I thought Banks probably should have drove her out there and ended up taking the layup, but they ended up getting the ball back anyways from a turnover by Belfry.
As Boggs will take it at the 3-point line. Swings it to Witt. Banks, top of the key. Brooke Bates will bring it back out to the volleyball line. Resets the offense. Boggs thinks about the 3, drives right side. I think that was an entry pass, but it'll be a turnover instead. Keith Baker upset that Lauren Boggs did not just shoot the shot there. Instead, she tried to pass it to Banks. Results in a turnover and Belfry ball as Phillips will take the point. Sparks hand off to Thornsberry. Phillips hand off to Fletcher. Fletcher spins, kicks to Phillips. Drives, no good. Banks with the board. Kicks it to Boggs. Boggs ahead. Brings it back out. 1v3 there, so she had to bring it back out and reset. Witt inside the Couch. Couch tries a move on Sparks. Up and in. Great move by number 2, Kiera Couch. Cougars extend the lead 19-14. 1:04 to go in the first half. Thornsberry with it, guarded by Bates. Thornsberry kicks. Fletcher drives on Boggs. It'll be a travel. Great defense this game so far by number 24, Lauren Boggs. 53.8 to go in the first half. 19-14, Letcher County Central. Leading the charge for the Lady Cougars is Couch with 9.
Couch has played really good tonight. She's hitting a couple layups, a jump shot. I mean, she's had a good game.
She's played good in a few games now, back-to-back. She muffles it, and a great shot by Brooke Bates. Couch muffled the pass there. Bates comes away with it and shoots a wide-open layup. She's got 4 now.
The Lady Cougars altogether have been they've really hit their stride this second quarter.
Yeah, they turned it on after a slow and stagnant first quarter. There'll be a foul called on number 24, Lauren Boggs, her second. Holcomb checking back in to the ball game for number 24, Boggs, I'm assuming. It is. 24.9 left in the first half, 21-14 Lady Cougars. Phillips inbounds, gets it to Fletcher. Fletcher brings it back out to Phillips. .12 Belfry's going to wait for the last shot here. Phillips guarded by Banks. Drives to the left side, puts it up. And that'll be a block, it appears. Hits the top of the backboard. It'll go back to the Cougars with 6.9 to go in the first half.
I thought Belfry was going to hold for the last shot right there, and then they drove with about
I thought they went a little early there as Bates puts moves.
A wild
kicks
shot.
It ahead. Couch. And no good. That'll be the end of the first half. 21-14, your Letcher County Central Lady Cougars. This is the Cougar Sports Network, and we'll be back after the half.
LCC in the USA.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central to start the second half. 21-14, Lady Cougars up by 7 in the first half as the Lady Pirates will inbound. Thornsberry with it, guarded by Bates, over to Varney. Varney drives, kicks it to Sparks. Thornsberry back with it. Fletcher, top of the key, kicks to Phillips, thinks about the three, brings it out, kicks it back to Sparks. Cougars bringing out some good defense here at the start of the second half. Fletcher with it. Kicks it back out to Thornsberry. Varney with it. Stolen by Lauren Boggs. Boggs has nobody. Missed the layup by Lauren Boggs, and that'll be a foul as she tries to get the board.
That's a tough one if you're the Cougars. I mean, she had a perfect steal, perfect layup opportunity and just missed it.
And that's also Boggs' third foul, so not even a minute in, and she looks like she'll be sitting. Back into the game, the sixth man, Jalen Witt. Phillips takes point for the Lady Pirates. Varney. Pick set by Fletcher. Belfry just dribbling at the top of the key. Great defense. Fletcher mid-range. No good. Fight for the ball. It'll go towards the Lady Cougars. Tipped out of bounds last by Sparks.
That's been two good defensive possessions for the Lady Cougars right there, and wish they could have capitalized on the first, but hopefully they can right here.
Yeah, still scoreless as with 6:38 to go in the second half of action. Couch, pump fake, mid-range, rims out, no good. Holcomb comes back with it. Swings it, free throw line, Couch. Couch tries again, passes to Banks, blocked. Blocked twice in a row by Jenna Sparks. 3 blocks for her now on the evening as Thornsberry tries to take it coast to coast, and does. First score of the second half is Kiara Thornsberry, 21-16, Letcher County Central, 6:08 to go in the second half.
Right there on defense for Belfry, Sparks, she didn't even just block it. She just grabbed it out of the air and got it down the floor for an easy pass.
And that'll go through the hands of Holcomb back towards the Lady Pirates as they've built up some momentum. 5:59 to go in the third quarter. Thornsberry will cross the timeline. Phillips with it, kicks it to Thornsberry, over to Varney, guarded by Holcomb. Phillips thinks about the three. Great pump fake, and misses the easy layup. Bates will come down with it, guarded by Cushy Fletcher. Pick set by Witt. Entry pass to Kira Couch. She'll take a dribble, drive, great pass to Banks. And that'll be the third foul of the evening on number 34, Jenna Sparks.
I mean, it's almost like the first quarter all over again. It's been pretty sloppy to start out this second half.
As Sparks picks up a quick third foul. Banks back to the line. Makes her third trip to the line this evening. 22-16 Lady Cougars by 6. 5:21 to go in the third. The second free throw is good. As 2 Cougars appear to be falling on their way back to get back on defense as Thornsberry will get it. She gets ready to cross the Cougar. Cougars playing man-to-man. Phillips kicks it to Fletcher. Thornsberry. Back to Fletcher. Pump fake Witt. Drives. No good. Great defense by Couch. Couch comes down with it. 2-on-1. Banks will take it herself. Puts it up. No good. Tipped around. Bates comes back with it. Bates has been in position a lot of times tonight. She's really good for that. She'll crash the boards just with the rest of the team, even though she's the point guard. As Holcomb gets it. Kicks it to Witt. Bates will come back out and reset the Lady Cougar offense.
Looks like Belfry's running a 2-3 zone right now, and it's
Belfry's come out in a different set. Here's the entry pass to Banks, kicks it to Witt. Witt no good. Thornsberry now after the rebound by Sparks. Thornsberry drives. Great layup and move by Kira Thornsberry.
That zone was really giving the Cougars fits, and then they just let Thornsberry drive right past them for an easy layup.
Belfry now comes back out in a press. Holcomb kicks it to Couch. Great pass to Kaylee Banks. Block once again. Jenna Sparks, her fourth. And nobody back on defense for the Lady Cougars. Varney, easy layup. Keith Baker wants a timeout. 23-20. Baker's upset with his defense. 3:59 to go in the third quarter. The Belfry Lady Pirates have cut it back to 3. We'll be back on the Cougar Sports Network. We are back on the Cougar Sports Network as Kaylee Banks will inbound against this Belfry press, causing the Cougars some fits here in the third quarter. Witt will have it, guarded by Phillips. Great pass to Banks in the middle of the court. Bates will get it past the timeline. Pick set by Kaylee Banks. Witt with it in the corner. Couch top of the key. Back center man kicks it to Witt. Holcomb. Bates will get it. Moving traffic. Turnover. Stolen by Varney. 2-on-1. Phillips. Pass to Sparks. Sparks puts it up. No good. Rebound. Jalen Witt comes away with it. Pass ahead to Banks. Banks mid-range. It's good. Cougars take the lead back to 25-20.
That was a good look ahead right there by Witt. She saw Banks on the other side of the floor, passed it to her, and got an easy shot.
It's one of the better transition plays I've seen out of the Lady Cougars this game, as Phillips will take it. Shot no good by Fletcher. Looks like Witt will come back with it. Cougars have numbers. Guarded by Fletcher. Banks. Out to Witt. Pump fake. Kicks it to Couch at the free throw line. And it looks like Belfry will come away with it. Turnover by Couch. Fletcher flying down the court. Great pass to Thornsberry. Blocked. And it'll be an official timeout. Bates went down hard on that shot there. It's like Bates is injured on the play. We'll step away, and we'll be back on the Cougar Sports Network. We are back as Boggs will check in for Bates. Boggs with it. Couch ahead, across the timeline. Couch drives on Sparks. Passes. Tries to pass to Holcomb. It'll be a turnover by Kira Couch, but Holcomb will play some defense on Thornsberry, and that'll be a foul on Holcomb as she tries to avenge the turnover.
That was
be
impressive.
Her first.
That was impressive by Thornsberry. Then Holcomb was all over trying to steal it, and she had that little tiny dribble going, kept it alive, ended up getting fouled.
Yeah, Kira Thornsberry, the freshman, is going to be a real star for Belfry. She already is, averaging 18 points a game for them as they near the home stretch of their season. Smith now back in for Belfry. She'll pass it to Sparks. Over to Thornsberry. Thornsberry drives, blocked by Banks. Banks will take it, guarded by Fletcher. Contact. Pass to Holcomb. Holcomb dribbles it back out. Pass to Witt. As the Cougars were in transition, they'll reset their offense. Boggs with it in the corner. Entry pass. Kira Couch. Spin move. Shot no good. Rebounded by Thornsberry. Thornsberry coast to coast. Great move on Lauren Boggs. And the mid-range is good. Cuts it back to a one-possession ball game.
Man, that was an impressive little shimmy right there she put on Boggs in the post.
Hardly ever do you see that out of a freshman, but great move by Thornsberry. Banks had Holcomb on the post, but takes it herself. Layup good. Extends the lead back to 5. Cougars don't appear to be pressing right now with Bates out of the ball game, being attended to on the sidelines. Thornsberry sets the offense. Looks like she'll direct Sparks to set a pick. Kicks it over to Varney. Smith cutting. Sparks top of the key. Thornsberry with it. Great block on the 3 by Lauren Boggs. Turnover by number 12, Kaylee Banks. Looked like that one was tipped, but it'll go to the Lady Pirates as Phillips will check back into the ball game.
That was a great defensive effort by the Lady Cougars and just down the court and ended up being a bad turnover.
Cougars have came out in solid defense this third quarter, contrary to the first quarter, but 27-22 with 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Thornsberry will get it, take her time bringing the ball up the court. Guarded by Boggs. Varney with it. Smith kicks it out to Fletcher. Fletcher drives. Stolen, but it'll stay with the Lady Pirates. As Bates is up and walking on the sideline. That's great to see for the Lady Cougars. Phillips to inbound for the Lady Pirates. Great entry pass to Thornsberry. Nearly makes the shot, but she'll be shooting 2. And that'll be Lauren Boggs' 4th foul. So she'll definitely be coming out of the ball game as number 25, Kaylee Banks, gets ready to check in. Baker is visibly frustrated with Lauren Boggs here. First free throw's good. 27-23, 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. And the second is good. Cuts it back to a one-possession ball game. 26 seconds to go. Banks with it. Kicks it to Witt. Gets past the timeline with a pass to Kira Couch. Couch gets it into Kaylee Banks. She nearly turns the ball over. Gets it back out to Witt, though. Witt with a great move. Drives. No good. Rebound Thornsberry.
That's a good move. She just couldn't make the shot.
Thornsberry on the other end. Puts a spin move. Blocked by Jalen Witt. And that'll be the end of the third quarter, 27-24, Letcher County Central. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter on the Cougar Sports Network.
You thirsty, ain't you? Thought my mic was on for a second. It wasn't.
We are back for the start of the final quarter here in Letcher County Central High School. Low scoring game so far, 27-24, Letcher County Central leading scorer. For your Lady Cougars is number 12, Banks with 10, and Couch has 9 on the evening. Looks like Brooke Bates will be coming back in. That's a great sign for the Lady Cougars as she'll take the ball to start the fourth quarter. Holcomb with it, kicks it to Banks. Banks, great move. Puts it up and good. Great move by Kaylee Banks on Kiara Thornsberry. 29-24.
That was a really impressive move in the paint. She hit her with the drop step, had her sealed, and just an easy layup at that point.
Yeah, when Banks gets a mismatch like that, she can really take advantage of it like she did just there. As Belfry take it on the other end. Varney back out to Thornsberry. Thornsberry drives, kicks. Phillips pump fakes. Mid-range, no good. Rebound, Holcomb. Holcomb sealed her man. Great board there. She kicks it out to Witt. 3 by Brooke Bates, as this will be the largest lead of the evening for your Lady Cougars, 32-24.
That's great to see Bates hit that 3 right there after she went out earlier with the ankle injury.
Yeah, that as the lone senior, that's big that she's back into the ball game and hits a key 3 in this fourth quarter. Just a minute past, 32-24, 6:56. Smith with it, drives on couch, kick. Phillips thinks about the 3. Back to Thornsberry. Varney with it, guarded by Holcomb. Thornsberry's going to take a minute here and reset the Lady Pirate offense. Kicks it. Crossover by Phillips, drives, and she'll be fouled by number 12, Kaylee Banks, her second on the evening, team 4th. Junior guard Lindsey Phillips will be going to the line for the first time this evening. 45% free throw shooter on the year for her. First one's no good. Number 34, Jenna Sparks, will be checking back into the ball game. Taking out the 8th grader, number 14, Smith. As Phillips gets ready to shoot the second. And no good. Bates will come down with it, gives it to Witt to set the offense. If they can get past this press, and they do. Banks, mid-range. No good, tipped around. Rebound Fletcher. Fletcher ahead to Varney. Varney, layup. And one as Varney converts a nice layup there as she gets hit in the back by number 44, Jalen Witt, on the foul.
Witt did a good job of getting back right there and trying to contest that layup, but just went a little too hard on it and ended up fouling her.
Yeah, that was could be a costly. We'll see if it could be a costly foul, but misses the free throw. But the Lady Pirates get it back. No good. Witt finally redeems herself, comes down with it. Holcomb ahead. Nobody in front of her. Layup, no good. Looks like there'll be a foul on number 5, Brooke Bates. Holcomb was a little timid with that layup there, as she didn't want to be the 4th victim of the evening to number 34, Sparks. It'll stay 32-26, 6:03 to go in this ball game as Thornsberry will take it across the timeline. Thornsberry kicks Varney, guarded by Fletcher. Fletcher drives, and the layup's good. Cuts the lead back to 4 in this fourth quarter. 32-28.
Looked like there was a little miscommunication on defense right there by the Cougars.
Holcomb wide open on the other end. Layup no good. Fletcher drives on the other end. No good. Rebound Brooke Bates. Holcomb once again muffles it. And that'll be, looks like it'll stay with the Lady Cougars. Belfry is leaving Holcomb wide open on these transition plays. We'll see if that eventually will cost them in the long run as Witt will inbound. Gets it out to Holcomb. Bates will take it, guarded by Phillips. Puts a move on her, takes it back out. Swings it to Holcomb. Holcomb to Banks, wide open layup for number 12, Kaylee Banks.
That was a good take by Banks, but also a good seal in the post by Couch to let her have a wide open layup by moving that man out of the way.
Thornsberry will take it. 4:52 to go in the game. She thinks about the 3, drives. Thornsberry with it, picks it by Sparks, kicks it. Varney, 3. No good. Looks like Sparks will come down with the rebound as it got tipped around. It'll stay with the Lady Pirates as that ball will go out of bounds.
It's been a couple times the Lady Cougars have let Belfry get an offensive rebound and ended up getting points out of it or right there out of bounds, and they get the ball back.
Boggs will check back into the ball game with 4 fouls. Fletcher will drive on Witt. Puts it up, layup good. Great move by number 5, Cushy Fletcher.
That was a tough layup right there. A little scoop shot and ended up going in.
Yeah, junior forward. As it'll be a travel in the backcourt by number 5, Bates, as this press is applying some problems late in this game for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, Belfry's been really up into the Lady Cougars business with this press, and they've not been able to handle it well at all.
Phillips with it, 4:09 to go. Spin move, Fletcher puts it up. No call, it'll go towards the Lady Cougars. 34-30, 3:57. Couch will get it into Witt. Boggs calling for it, gets it. She crosses the timeline herself, breaks the press. Entry pass, Kaylee Banks kicks it out to Bates. And there's a ball out on the court. Very rarely do you see that happen. So it'll be a dead ball staying with the Cougars. Entry pass. And looks like there'll be a timeout called as they were fighting for it on the floor. Keith Baker gets the timeout. 34-30, 3:38 to go in the ball game. We'll be back on the Cougar Sports Network. We're back as the Cougars will inbound the ball underneath. Turnover automatically as Phillips gets it, puts it ahead. Fletcher, as Witt jumps on top of her. That'll be a foul on number 44, Jalen Witt. She jumped on the back of Fletcher there, her third.
I don't know what Banks was really thinking on that inbound pass. I mean, she threw it right to the Belfry defender.
Looks like that'll be the 1-and-1 bonus for the rest of this ball game for Belfry, as that'll be the Cougars' 7th foul of the half. Fletcher to the line. 65% on the year. Misses the first. Looks like the Cougars will come back with it. Bates gets the board. Having trouble breaking this Belfry press.
Well, she needs to do something.
Oh, and there'll be a blocking foul on number 5, Fletcher. She caught her with the knee. Team 2nd foul compared to the Letcher County Central 7. Witt will inbound the ball. Looks like she'll get it to Boggs.
That foul right there really helped out the Lady Cougars because they were struggling to get across court, and one more second, that probably would have been a 10-second call.
3-ball, Brooke Bates, and it's no good. Rebounded by Jenna Sparks as Banks will try for it, and that'll be a foul on number 12, Kaylee Banks. Very questionable foul there as everybody else was back on defense, and Banks tried to fight for it knowing that they were already in the bonus, as that'll send Belfry back to the line as they're down 4 with 3:11 to go in this ball game.
Kind of surprised that was a foul right there. I thought they might call a jump ball or something. It looked like Banks had all ball when she was going for it.
Just a smart, not smart play there, as it'll be all right, though, as she makes the first, Thornsberry does. Thornsberry shoots the second, and it's good as well. 34-32. Looks like Coach Kevin Deskins will call a timeout for his Lady Pirates. 34-32, 3:11 to go in this ball game. We'll be back on the Cougar Sports Network. Cougars will have the ball as we come back from the break. 3:11 to go in the ball game. Belfry bringing back on the press. Boggs with it. They'll trap her in the corner. Looks like they'll give Keith Baker a timeout as Boggs was having trouble with the press. Full timeout. We'll be back after the timeout on the Cougar Sports Network. We're back on the Cougar Sports Network as the Cougars get it in. Behind the back by Witt. Gets across the timeline just in time. Entry pass to Brooke Bates. She barely stays in bounds. Kicks it to Boggs. Boggs kicks it to Witt. Witt will be tripped up by number 3, Alyssa Varney. Just be the team third. So they still got a few to give if they do have to start fouling, as Witt will inbound the ball, 2:47 to go. Gets it in to the point guard, Brooke Bates, guarded by Phillips. Couch. Dribble move. Block by Jenna Sparks, her 4th of the evening. Easy layup on the other end by Kiera Thornsberry. Tie ball game. Coach Kevin Deskins will call a timeout. 2:30 to go in the ball game. 34-34, we're all square in Letcher County Central. We're back up from the break as the Belfry brings back on the press. Looks like a foul will be called as Kiera Couch was about to be trapped on number 5. Cushy Fletcher. She'll be called for the foul.
And there's once again that just a foul that's been really bailing out Letcher Central. They've not been able to break the press at all tonight.
Yeah, I hate to say bailout, but you're right. There has been a few calls. The Cougars were trapped, and a blocking foul was called as Bates will take the pick set by Banks. Entry pass, Kiera Couch. Great move. Once again blocked by Jenna Sparks, her 5th. Varney ahead. Nearly goes out of bounds. Turnover, but it'll stay with the Lady Pirates as Banks tipped it out of bounds right at the last second. 2:05 to play, 34-34.
Man, Sparks' present is real.
First when she's in the ball game, that's for sure. She does have 3, but that won't be a factor anymore. She picked up 3 quick ones in the first half. Thornsberry with it. Sparks will set the pick on the right side. Varney with it, guarded by Boggs. Phillips. Great pass to Thornsberry, tipped. It'll stay with the Lady Pirates. Belfry is really taking their time setting up the offense they want for a quick score. Just over 90 seconds to play in this ball game. Fletcher drives, puts up the layup, rebounded by Sparks. It'll be a jump ball, staying with the Lady Pirates. .122 to go in the ball game. Thornsberry with the ball. Looks like she's going to drive. Kicks it. Varney. Kicks it back out to Phillips. Phillips puts it up. Stolen by Kira Couch.
That was good defense by Couch. She was fronting Sparks in the post and ended up getting a steal out of it.
Bates drives. Layup no good. Rebound to Kira Couch. Puts it up. No good. 60 seconds to go in the ball game. Tied up. Wide open. Lindsey Phillips puts it in. Belfry up by 2. Belfry will call a timeout. 50.2 to go in the ball game. Lady Cougars down 2. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We are back on the Cougar Sports Network. Just under a minute to go. Cougars down 2. Belfry pressing. Banks 10-bound, gets it to Boggs.
It's crucial right here, and there they go, getting across the half court.
Cougars got it past the timeline. That's crucial. With it, kicks it to Bates. Bates guarded by Fletcher. 32 seconds to go. Cougars down 2. They got to get a score. Entry pass, Kaylee Banks. Drives, puts it up, and good. Tie ball game once again, 23 seconds. 36-36.
That's a good look by Boggs and a good take by Banks right there.
Boggs looks to be chasing Thornsberry, but Fletcher's now got it. Back in Thornsberry's hands. 11 seconds. Thornsberry drives, spin move, puts it up. Layup's good. Looks like Keith Baker will take a timeout as Thornsberry puts in the layup with 7.5 to go in the ball game. 36-38. Belfry, 7.5 to go. We'll be back after the timeout on the Cougar Sports Network. $7.5 to go in the ball game. Let's see if the Cougars can get a quick basket. Gets it ahead to Boggs. Couch puts it up. No good. Cougars will fall to 11-10 on the year as they lose by 2 against the Belfry Lady Pirates. Looks like that'll be the end of the ball game. Thanks for watching on the Cougar Sports Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Luke and Luke.